Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So I know most of you guys have already heard the bad news. Is it bad news? I guess it's not good news. James Rule XRP bringing this to our attention. XRP lawsuit hit with the worst case scenario. Why bring a case and then postpone the justice? As quoted here by attorney Jeremy Hogan. So for those of you guys who may not know, the Ripple case is going into 2023, according to Jeremy Hogan. This is what he said in a Twitter post. He's added that he's never seen a plaintiff want to delay a case this much. Only defendants normally delay, i.e. Ripple. In this particular case, why bring a case and then postpone the justice you seek? In contrast, look at the SEC versus Library case schedule. The lawsuit was filed 3 months after the Ripple lawsuit and will finish 6 months sooner. So that is the current outlook here. Stuart Alderodi also chiming in on this, Ripple's general counsel. He took to Twitter to express his gratitude for the public attention and patience, as well as sorrow for the hurt that the XRP lawsuit has caused to U.S. citizens who were essentially the victims of a rug pull by the SEC. And John Deaton over here also chiming in, attorney John Deaton for the XRP hodlers in this case, commented on Stuart Alderodi's tweet. It's not difficult to read between the lines here. We know from the SEC's recent letter, Ripple has asked for mid-May for initial briefs. Most likely the SEC informed Ripple if they didn't agree to August, the SEC would ask the judge for December, and Ripple went with certainty. Absent a settlement, the end of March 2023 for a decision is now the best case scenario. So that is absent of a settlement. I guess we could still see a settlement. But guys, I smell something fishy. This from Stéphane Hubert. We're getting played, okay? I think Stéphane is realizing what the real motivation is here. 100% for a year now, the SEC has been writing that none of their extensions would have delayed the schedule. Yet, here we are. At the same time, Garlinghouse goes to the press and raves that the litigation is going better than he ever thought it would. So these things kind of just don't really match up. Why would Brad Garlinghouse say things are going well if now we're assuming that we're not going to get clarity till maybe 2023? So, okay, hear me out for a second here. Stéphane's brought up some great information. This was back from early on, December 2021. If granted, the request relief would not impact any other scheduled deadline, so just demonstrating the SEC's promise to not disrupt the current schedule, which they didn't keep. Okay, so this is from October 2021. The SEC's proposed extension would not alter any other deadlines in this case. Again, them just reiterating the same thing there. Okay, so then there's this. While he whines about the SEC delaying more and more, but yet agreeing to delay everything even further. Now he's talking about Brad Garlinghouse. Nothing of this makes any sense. We are getting played. It kind of doesn't make sense. Think about it. Why would Brad Garlinghouse come out and say that and accept this delay tactic, pushing this lawsuit further? This is from January 21st, 2022. If granted, the request relief will not impact any existing deadline. So just more information just to show that. Both parties agree that all discovery shall be completed no later than August 16th, 2021. Ripple could have loosely pointed out that the SEC has agreed to have discovery completed in mid-2021, and there is not a single rational reason to wait until the end of 2022. Not one single one. So, okay, a bit of a conspiracy brewing here, I suppose. What does this mean, guys, and does it even matter? BondCrypt XRP bringing this to our attention. Many seem dismayed about a possible 2023 extension of the Ripple SEC lawsuit, but not me, okay? This is coming from BondCrypt XRP. Let me say this, that the deal is done. The lawsuit is essentially BS. The fundamentals of XRP have not changed, and guys, here are some reasons. Why would people like Rosie Rios go to a startup company with a lawsuit, leaving such a lucrative position behind? Okay, we got to remember all the connections, all the developments that have occurred over the last 2 years. 2, he says, why hasn't Ripple made the decision now to leave the US and move to places like the UK, Singapore, Thailand, Japan, etc., where they have regulatory clarity? Why has ETC Group announced yesterday the listing of its XRP-backed ETC on Deutsche Börse Extra, Europeans' leading exchange? So we are still seeing more developments for XRP despite the lawsuit. Ripple XRP will be part of a new financial system, Nasara Jasara. This is all set and done. Again, the lawsuit is BS. It doesn't make any sense anymore. The delay until 2023 is time to do the finishing touches and polish up the new financial system. Make no mistake about XRP. The time is near. They want you out. They can only delay the lawsuit so much. Know what you hold and don't let emotions get the worst of you, reacting in ways you could regret in the near future. This is the buying opportunity of a few lifetimes. Happy Sunday. He posted this yesterday. XRP community. And considering where we are seeing price, okay, bringing up XRP right now real quickly, as of the time of this recording, XRP is trading at about 66.5 cents. We did see a bit of a downturn there. People are getting frustrated. Retail investors are dumping XRP. I saw somebody on Twitter say, I'm gonna sell all my XRP for another cryptocurrency and then buy back in 6 months. I don't know if that's such a great strategy, but again, that is not financial advice from me. I'm not doing that. Hell no. But okay, we know what we know. We know what we hold. We understand all the connections. So are they buying time? Are they putting the final touches on the new financial system? Has the timeline been pushed? This from Great Reset Info, okay? So first, fires in 2 small planes crashing into food plants. Okay, listen to this. Now cyber attacks shall occur. Hunger and or general cost of resources is how you cause societal chaos, among other things. Could it be that they thought the beer flu was going to be the only thing that they needed to push upon society to scare us, to decimate the economy? And did they fail to realize that humans are actually more resilient than they initially thought? Well, now they're trying other things. Okay, currently we have a conflict between Russia and the Ukraine, and that is being blamed on food shortages. So the FBI warns of targeted cyber attacks on food plants amid heightened coverage, fires. I don't know if you guys remember the video I did back last summer, back from July of 2021. This was a warning from Colonel Potter. He warns of events that would rival the pandemic. And so let's not forget this was happening at the height of the beer flu before this Russia-Ukraine thing. I'm going to play you guys this clip if you don't remember. This was a clip of my video I did back in July. Okay, and so, I hate it. I mean, I hate to have to bring you guys this next clip that somebody sent me. I don't know if you caught this guy. He is a military intelligence, sounds like a retired military guy. The title of this, Military Urging Officers to Get Their Houses in Order, and he streamed this live just about 6 days ago. So this is the latest update, guys. I wanted to bring you guys a clip of this. It is about 6 minutes long. I will link this entire video in the description of this video. I'm going to play you guys the first 4 minutes of this. Listen very closely.
All right, hello everyone. Today is the 23rd of July, 2021, and I thought I better put this up. I have a really good source that has contact with both active and retired military. Of course, I'm no longer with the military, but I'm very aware of how the military operates, obviously. And as I've been telling you for a long time, things are getting really nasty. We see what's happened with the supply chains. And I mentioned this yesterday, the ships offshore, the containers sitting and not being able to get transported or getting materials transferred to them, the rail lines being basically slowed down, even stopped. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, they're turning off the economy. And I think anybody knows that. I went to get gas this morning in Salt Lake City at a Costco. It's now $4 a gallon for premium, which is what I use in my car because I'm trying to extend its life. But at any rate, the point is that the shelves are getting bare. Energy is getting more scarce. We have all of these different things happening with what apparently are attacks on the grid. Hello, Marshall, how you doing? Attacks on the grid, cyber attacks, warnings from the elites that there are going to be all of these different cyber pandemics, etc., etc. In other words,
I'm just going to stop there real quick. Notice how he mentions warnings from the elites about cyber pandemics.
As I've said, they're attacking us on multiple fronts, in depth, and with full spectrum dominance. So I've been watching as people have been warning about the problem with the shutdowns and the supply, especially food and basic necessities. Well, I received a bit of information yesterday and further this morning that on certain military bases, and I imagine this is throughout the entire military, and I don't know about the enlisted ranks, okay, but apparently amongst the officers, especially the higher up officers, 04, 05, etc., They're being told to get their houses in order with what's coming. What they're saying is that they need to go out and get food, water, and supplies now. Now, you'd think that being on military installations, they would have access because the military has to continue taking care of their, hi Mrs. Cat, have to take care of their people. But that may not necessarily mean the families, especially in a bad situation. But whatever's going on, whatever it is, with the movement of materials, the movement of military materials, I've talked about seeing some U.S. military tactical vehicles being stockpiled in places where they normally aren't, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is because this is when they're doing their summer training." I know what happens in summer training, and these are not for summer training. Okay, that's not what's happening. They're repositioning vehicles. Something's getting ready to go down, I guess. And with this situation, with them telling the military officers to get their houses in order and to get supplies, food, water, etc. for themselves and their families is critical. So that's inside information. No, I'm not going to give you the source. I think if you're smart enough, and I think most of you are, despite the trolls out there, that if you're watching any of this going on, you can see it anyway. You don't need me to tell you this, but the additional information that inside military folks are saying, get ready, you got to get yourselves supplied because this is going to go south real quick.
And I'm gonna leave it there. Now, take it for what you will. I do not know who this guy is. It said somebody over here was referring to him as Colonel Potter. I have not done more research on this individual. However, the views on this video have been on fire. I believe just the other day he was only at 100,000 views. Now it's over 600,000 views in just 6 days. I mean, he sounds reputable. Again, take it for what you will. I'm not telling you that this is going to happen for sure. High-ranking military officers being warned to have their families prepared, get their houses in order, stock up on supplies because of a potential cyber pandemic. The very thing that Klaus Schwab was warning us of just about a year ago. Do they know something we don't know? Okay, guys, and I'm going to leave it there. Again, this was back from July of 2021. And, you would have thought that if we were getting our houses in order back then, something would have happened by fall or winter. I mean, we did experience mass inflation. Prices at the grocery stores have gone up. Gas prices have gone up. And coincidentally, since Colonel Potter uploaded this video, we are now seeing an issue between Russia and Ukraine that is being blamed for a few things. So here's the FBI warning, this from Cultural Husbandry. Here on Twitter, FBI warns of targeted cyber attacks on food plants amid heightened coverage of fires. So this is the FBI warning. Ransomware attacks on agricultural cooperatives potentially timed to critical seasons. And to me, it sounds as though, because we got this warning back in the summer, it sounds as though it could be that maybe the timeline has been pushed a little. And maybe, again, just going back to the Ripple XRP lawsuit, maybe this is why representatives at Ripple and the SEC have no problem agreeing to delay the case. As per BondCrypt XRP, the lawsuit is all BS, and they just need more time to polish up the financial system. Which then brings me to this, okay, this is kind of a little fun here. This from Ashley. Is it just me or am I the only one who is seeing this? Maybe I'm tripping, but it looks very close. For those of you guys who do not know, this is Mr. Pool's new avatar on his Twitter. And take a look at David Schwartz's avatar here, sitting at a Warriors basketball game. Ashley here pointing this out, the basketball player's head right in the center of David Schwartz's tie-dye t-shirt, which rays out just like that, similar to Mr. Pool's avatar. Now, it's funny because the breath in Joe's nostrils says here on Twitter, the player in front of him is Jordan Poole, of all people. Huh. And speaking of Mr. Poole, he recently just did post this yesterday. Hackers rob our money. When the power grid goes out, he's questioning this. Statue of the lion, the Leo. Will we expect something to happen in August? Codes equals XRP real time, referring to his earlier tweet today. What do you guys think? So Mr. Poole tweeted out a few tweets here. Power grid going down, are hackers, or are they going to blame it on hackers? Are hackers going to attack the financial system? And is that going to be the excuse for a great reset of the financial system. Again, bringing us back to this fact that, Ripple and the SEC, very, very comfortable to keep delaying the case. Okay, so there's this. I think death of the current monetary system while the power is out. This coming from Clint here on Twitter. Then when the power comes back on, none are the wiser except we see XRP at its true value. So again, a flip the switch moment. Power goes out. The entire monetary system is in the dark. We wake up one morning and XRP is at its true value. And I don't know if you guys remember a few months ago, I did a video talking about Crypto Dash's Shemitah observation when I tweeted a couple of months ago about this being the Jewish Sabbath year called Shemitah. Well, guess what else happened? I'm going to get to that in a second, but first I'm going to play you guys a little clip of this video I did back in December of 2021. Listen to this. In the financial reset, guys, 2022 is going to be the year for many different reasons. I wanted to bring this tweet thread here to you guys from Crypto Dash, something that he's noticed in his personal life. He says, I'm a practicing Messianic Jew, and as a Messianic Jew, I've followed and obeyed certain laws that govern and guide me to strengthen my covenant with YHWH and his son Jeshua Hamashiach. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. These laws are written in the Torah in the book of Deuteronomy. All right, so just pay attention to this, guys. One of these laws is called Shemitah. What is Shemitah? Well, Shemitah is the last year of a 7-year cycle in the Jewish calendar. And what's fascinating about it is that it has for several times in the past brought immense financial hardships to the world. This is the 5,782nd year on the Jewish calendar, or September 7th, 2021 through to September 26th, 2022. And this is known as the sabbatical year. This governs that the laws of debt absolution are in effect in all locations. So this is going back through this Jewish religious text here. Debt absolution are in effect in all locations. What does this mean? It means that all debts, no matter the size, are to be forgiven. Which brings us to the year 2022 and what we are looking at that is right ahead of us. He goes on to say, what does this mean? It means that we are headed into 2022 to a total global debt financial collapse, and our only salvation from all of this, G-D first of all, or a debt jubilee brought on by liquidity and velocity of fiat like the world has never seen, all thanks to Ripple and XRP. Ever wonder why the Feds, the BIS, the IMF, and world central banks all of a sudden are talking about CBDCs and why the IMF was talking about debt forgiveness for impoverished countries? All things that make you go, And guys, you don't even have to be religious to be into this or to understand this. The debt forgiveness year 2022, they knew this was coming. This has been a long time coming. They know that, for example, the ISO 20022 standard is also going to be ushered in 2022. We're looking at this from all angles. We're seeing, the XRP lawsuit coming to a close in 2022. And you notice how I said there right at the end, the XRP lawsuit coming to a close in 2022 when we thought that was going to be the case then? Well, maybe this strengthens the case that things have been delayed and that we are pushing things later into this year. But back to this old video I did from December. Crypto Dash mentioned this back in December, and now he posted this from a few days ago. The Rockefeller Foundation President Shaw has called for debt forgiveness and relief and emergency aid to poorer nations to avert a massive immediate food crisis, along the lines of what the FBI has also been warning of as of late. So here's just the article. Rockefeller Foundation President Rajiv Shah called for debt relief and emergency aid to poorer nations to avert a massive immediate food crisis emerging in poorer nations following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Note that this is happening as a result of this conflict here, yet Crypto Dash was mentioning this back in December, weeks before the crisis even began. Interesting. Things that make you go, And finally, we got this Mr. Pool tweet from Fojack here. Mr. Pool, again a tweet from April 24th, just yesterday, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Real-time transfer received. So does this have to do with a real-time settlement mechanism? The fact that we are going to go dark, that they're going to blame it on hackers attacking the financial system. I mean, it'll give them a great excuse to reset the financial system, bringing XRP to its true value. Stefan Hubert also just posting this: with the use of the XRPL, Ripple wants to abolish the correspondent banking system and replace it with a fee-free fast technology that cannot be centrally controlled. The XRPL was the first blockchain with a DEX and DeFi, but the coin that wanted to abolish correspondent banking was called OpenCoin. Here's the Wikipedia from back in 2012. Before it was called XRP, as such, the protocol can circumnavigate the fees and wait times of the traditional correspondent banking system, and any type of currency can be exchanged, including gold, airline miles, and rupees. So are we delayed, guys? Is this just a sign that maybe this event that is supposed to take place, the Black Swan that Colonel Potter was warning us about back in July, is taking a few months longer to take place? Maybe it's also a reason why this isn't making sense to us. Why would Ripple agree to these delays unless there's something else happening in the background? That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.